the thing that I got to do was witness these two hip-hop legends make a timeless album. It was like a front row seat. So let me say, first of all, thank you for that. And then thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of it. I learned so much, like watching you guys put this together. Like, tell us, how did it all come about? How did it start, you two coming together with it?
Well, he heard some beats from a friend of ours, mutual friend, Kareem Riggins. And when he heard the beats, he's like, I got to get in touch with Pete. And that's exactly what he did. And when we spoke on the phone, we did it like we always did from, you know, being homeboys for so long. Come to the crib. And he came over.
Like the crib, like at the house?
At my house.
Like that authentic way?
Yes. And so he came over, and as soon as I started playing beats, he was hooked.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was hooked.
Wow.
Being in his space and there's something about creating and being in the space of a person, and we just had that connection. And another thing was like, Pete was like, man, we want God to come through this music. I knew I was in the right place when he was saying that. And in alignment with the Jennifer Hudson show, his dog's name is Joy. So I was like,
wow, I didn't know that, Pete.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm in the right place. You know, sometimes you know when you're in the right place.
Yes.
So it was that for Pete and I.
To me, that's when God's will is aligned, like it's in there. Yeah. So where did the title from the album come from? How did you come up with that?
Well, actually, I was watching your show, and
I told y'all he watched the show. Okay.
and Smokey Robinson was talking about how he started
You did say
in the
that.
Auditorium. And it took me back to, that's where the first time I got to ever perform or do anything. I did plays, I was breakdancing in the Auditorium. That day, I was riding into the city in New York City, and I saw a place called the Auditorium. And shout out to New York, Chicago too.
Right?
But I saw the Auditorium, and I was like, that's a beautiful title. Like, I thought of the word, the Auditorium, because I thought it expressed like, this is where we express our art. This is where we invite people to come enjoy our art. So that's why we called it the Auditorium.
To me, it's where it starts for almost every artist, because I remember being in my first play at school, or any stage I step on, that's what comes to mind. Being in the school assembly and being on that stage in the auditorium. So I think the title is very befitting. And this combination is even more befitting because y'all getting all type of nominations. Congratulations. Okay, congrats. Both of you got multiple nominations for BET Hip Hop Awards. I got it right here. I got to read it off because I believe in celebrating everything. And I was like, listen, you deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be celebrated in all you do. So I had to send them something to celebrate it, and we're going to celebrate it right here, okay? You're nominated for Best Duo or Group. Your song, Fortunate, is nominated for Impact Track. Coming, you are nominated for Lyricist of the Year. And P. Rock, you're also nominated for Producer of the Year. It's so deserving.
Grateful.
How do you feel, Pete?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be nominated like this, because we really worked hard on this album.
Yes, you did.
God really flowed through us when we did this.
As he did, yes.
I'm gonna tell you, it's like, you know, sitting here with this guy, he's like one of the greatest producers in music, not just only in hip hop, he comes from the hip hop genre.
Yes.
And he stayed so true to the art form throughout these years where things wavered. He just was so pure and so loving to this art form. For me to see him celebrate it means even more than anything for me. You know, of course, I love awards, so I want the awards, but to know that Pete Rock is nominated for Producer of the Year, you know, for how true he's been to the art.
Yes.
That's everything.
I love how you celebrate him. Like,
We celebrate each other.
you celebrate each other.
Yeah, he definitely, like, early on was like, he talked to me and said, man, I've been waiting for you to come and us to do this together.
Been waiting.
Yeah, so it feels good as two black men to be able to celebrate each other, to be able to acknowledge each other, and you know, everything is not always perfect, but it's a bond, and when we know it's higher purpose, and we there for the love and for God's work, then we gonna look over our ego. The ego is gone.
Come on.
Ego, you know ego.
He be speaking to y'all.